I'm talking to Azish Filabi, who is Executive Director of Ethical Systems. Could you just tell me, Azish, what Ethical Systems does?
Ethical Systems, it's a research collaboration that was started by Professor John Haidt, who's a social psychologist. We're housed at the NYC Stern School of Business, but we're a cross-university collaboration in that we bring together social psychologists and behavioral scientists from various business schools who are studying ethical behavior and, in particular, ethical culture in organizations. So the idea with the organization is to bring more of the social science and behavioral science research to the business communities and also develop collaborations and research partnerships with organizations where we can really further the study of the science of ethics.
And how long, well, I've got two questions. How long have you been going, and have you noticed an uptick in interest from the financial services industry in what you do over the last few years?
The organization was founded in about 2014, and I'd say absolutely, there's definitely been increasing interest. I've been with the organization for about 2.5 years, and I myself actually come from a bank regulatory background. I worked for the New York Fed for most of my career, and certainly with the drive within financial industry, financial services sector, to understand the role that culture plays in encouraging or discouraging behavior. It's been a really big shift in the conversation around ethics and compliance within this space, and we've definitely seen much more interest in culture assessments and the work that we do around culture in particular.
Good, well that's very reassuring to hear. You spoke earlier on the panel, a very good panel I thought, on the control versus ethics and culture panel. What were, from your perspective, the key takeaways from that?
I think that there is really a deep and nuanced understanding around the needs of balance, what we're doing in terms of surveillance and gathering data around the control environments, and how that affects the culture piece, right? The ethics piece, more of the actual human side of the equation. I really appreciated the other panelists understanding at the functional level, within the organizations where they work, of how this needs to play out in practice and where there's still opportunities to try to improve this space.
And obviously, you've heard other panels today and other discussions. What have you found particularly interesting, what's been said in panels outside your own this morning, and what are you looking forward to this afternoon?
So the day started off with what I thought was an excellent keynote by Michael Held, the General Counsel of the New York Fed. And I think the highlight in there around certainly behavioral science, which is close to my heart and my work, I very much appreciated. But I think it also helps really shape the conversation around the holistic understanding of ethics, behavior, conduct, and really what we mean around the first line of defense, right? And so that's also what I'm looking forward to this afternoon. I think there's more of the panel around the holistic conversations and what that really means in practice. And I think that's where we need to be able to shape the conversation to get the industry moving forward as well.
Good. Well, you should pay attention to the evolution and supervision panel, because I'm doing that. It's going to be ace.
Sure, it'll be fantastic. Look forward to it.